talking about the league and what I think of it, and going over a lot of the stuff that's going on in the league and that sorts. It's only been like what? It started Friday, so what? 3 days? 2 days? 3 days? League, depending on like when this video goes up and stuff. But generally 2 days. But I like to go over some of the stuff. I like this league so far. I want to put out there before we get any deeper. League's great league. Like the mechanics. Haven't played too much of the mechanic yet since my first 2 days. We're stuck trying to figure out how to fix the league because of the driver issues, which not everybody had those, but for the people that did, it was sort of like a pop-up on the screen said, I made a tweet about it where it said the league was, or not the league, but the drivers were not in a compatible range. So I downgraded them yesterday, got that all fixed and sorted, and today, and yeah, I think it was yesterday we played. No, I don't think we played yesterday. No, but today we played. Went great. We played we played just Sunday. But yeah, did all that, played it. Love it so far. I haven't played much into the Veil mechanic, as I said. Haven't played much into any of the other stuff. But overall, really good league, really good stuff, and yeah. And like, I was coming into this blind because the POB was down, no POB to do build guides, none of that. So I'm just like dead in the water there. So I'm playing so it's like I'm coming into this in a guessing game. I haven't really checked the tree, saw all the passives and stuff, but we did a lot of the builds and stuff. Well, we did a lot of we did a lot of work, looked around on the tree first day, sort of got a grasp of what we're doing, what was going on with the game, because still in Act 1, sadly, but we were looking at the tree most of the Act 1 and most of these 2 days, and it's just like, I noticed with a druid, as I looked through the tree, a lot of it is armor / energy shield and stuff. A lot of the stuff is like increased mana, 5% maximum 10 plus armor and energy shield, right? There's a lot of it, and it's like and it's like with the build I'm building, or like the skills I've seen so far and played with, I've been really liking the entangle and then the vine passive that I can put on entangle. I think it is. There's a thing for it, and then I've been going I'm building what is it, speed, like a speed build where it's like we throw out the entangle, we swap into wolf, we attack, we use curse on wolf to grab minions or companions is what they call them and stuff, and that's sort of the build. I don't have like a respective tree yet because what I want to do is try and go mainly fizz bleed, no, fizz chaos or fizz bleed, I don't know. So I'm gonna do a fizz because this is a physical ability, and then see, like, I was gonna go grab into this, into that, into here. Where's my next stop? Get the extra damage, 5% reach, 20 increased life regeneration, 5 increase to get the resilient soul. Grab this into that, and then we pop out here into these, and then we grab a lot of our defenses up here. It's just I didn't have proper time to get a build set up, so that's like one of the other issues I have, is that we weren't properly able to make a build. We can look at like what we were given and shown with this league start, like other league starts, like last league. I was able to sit down, build out a build, check through it, get damage calculated, and get all this stuff worked out and see what we're working with. But going into this blind, it's not that it makes the game it makes the game harder for sure, because you're going into this blind, you don't have a setup, and you can't be like, okay, cool, let me gun for this, let me gun for that, let me gun for this, let me gun for that. That's sort of the issues we were having with the build. But it's like, as I look at the tree more and I look at what I need, it's like a lot of this is like, it's like pseudo defensive speed is what I'm looking at. Like a lot of your Your Harbinger of Disease, 8 damage. Like, we're gonna go here into this to get the 8 increased damage, to get the increased area. Since this is an area ability, what I was thinking is grab as many tentacles as we can on it. Like, let me open it. Let me see if I can open up the skill. There we go. Like, so it's, what is it? Damage per second. Vines. And then additional maximum vines when overgrown. Gain powers in ways detailed on the plant skill. Generally can't be caused by skill that creates plants, requires a different skill or an effect. And then, yeah. And then we running was Upheaval 1, which is an additional fissure. Supported skill which creates fissures in the ground, causes them to create an additional fissure, right? Rooted bound fissure that crawls forward, damaging enemies and paths. While the fissure persists, find lash out from it and attach to nearby enemies, damaging and slowing them. So basically what we're going to do is run prolong on the upheaval, and then run a bunch of other skills that increase its effectiveness and like how long it lasts and how long it works. And that's basically the build. And then we run the shred into the pounce, and then we run a few buffs to grant us more damage. Or yeah, buffs grant us more damage. But like that's basically the build. It's just speed. And then like I was saying earlier, I wanted to go with the shield, right? Go shield, but a lot of the shield nodes are attached to what is it? Attached to armor. Which, if that's the case, then I might have to go into armor. Go armor X shield, which isn't a bad idea if I have to, because what I've been doing is making it easy on me to go strength, intelligence, strength, intelligence, strength, and then go back and forth and then grab out grabbing energy. Like, how many like energy shield nodes are in the area? Let's look at that real quick. Energy, yeah, like there's a shit ton of energy shield nodes right here. Pop this one. That one's insane. 50% start energy shield, 50% of armor also applies to elemental damage. Like, you're making a very defensive thing, and then that's like one I don't want to grab, because I want this to be sort of like a speedy glass cannon that runs a lot of this stuff. And it's like, shit, how do I do that? We've got, and plus you've got this skill here, which is Fizz, and most of my nodes around here are what is it? Are elemental. So if we go Fizz, physical, right? Physical. Come up here. 5% damage prevented. Recoup. Physical. No, I want to go physical damage, and then we clock the T in. There we go. And then you've got a lot of these here. Reduce skill effect duration to buff stuff slow. And a lot of these are Fizz. See, because this is heavy Fizz damage. We could do like, you know, Fizz convert into such and such damage, so that we could convert the Fizz. We could do a Fizz convert build. Add Fizz convert into the build if we can find it. But yeah, like shapeshifter, 30 increased physical damage, sharpened claw, which this here is freeze. Which if I look at this, what does this do? Fire, Fizz, lightning. That's all because of the weapon I'm rocking. Into it, and flashing claw strikes, attacks can dash forward. And ice fragments doing. And then there's 3 modes to it because it's a combo move. So it combos off and tapers, which is something I also like. I like a lot of this character, but this build here is definitely going to be a challenge, and it's a nice challenge. It isn't too difficult to build, because then it's like, okay, so if if I wanted to make this my main skill, or my main skill in the combo line, where it's like entangle into shred into pounce and then leaps into the air, right? Instead, using this allows any wolf minions you have to leap immediately. Okay, so Predator Mark will trigger targeting the highest rarity enemy. If Mark Gem is socketed into this skill, that Mark will be triggered instead using this skill. Any wolf minions, werewolf leaping targets, right? Summon werewolf, right? This skill is triggered when Predator's Mark activates to summon a werewolf minion that follows you as long as it lives, right? So you're marking these things, getting more werewolves. More wolves, and more wolves and stuff. And then I will have to figure out how to get damage off on this, grab more damage. I'll have to learn this skill and entangle too, because it's 6 DPS. I have to get the DPS up. It is a conjure rooting slowing them, which, yeah. I'll have to put on some stuff here, grab some more entangles and all that. But yeah, overall, this league is nice. The added, I think, what they add? If I can remember correctly, they added what, 200 passes? Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments down below. But they added 200 passes. They added so much more to the tree. There's like so much going on. I like it. I like the whole I guess pseudo melee, the melee spell aspect of it, where it's like, you know, in your human form you do magic, and then you swap into this primal form where it's like now you're doing damage, attacks, and melee instead of spells. So then you're flipping into the each form. It's so nice because most of these nodes, like right here, give you both. So it easily just goes back. It easily, like, you know, works, entangles with each other, or works with each other, and it goes hand in hand, because it's like you're gonna always be transforming into these other forms. You're gonna need that attack damage once you go into this primal form, and then you're a spell when you're going into your human form, which is freaking dope. And I do like how you can become your animal form in town. That is a nice touch, because I can walk around as the animal form, as so long as I have it active before I go into town. But yeah. And then 10 increased damage, 5 intelligence, gain it as an extra random element, which that goes into the fact that this is a nature class based on nature, which I don't think I'm gonna be able to bypass a lot of these things. So I'll have to go with, like, you know, nature. And go with the nature stuff. Go with the grounded earth is what I want to go with. But then I'd have to hit this to grab the grounded earth, because that gives us increased stun threshold and this, that, and the third, and the slow, and the skill effect duration, which will help the slow. But yeah, pretty much like to wrap this video up. Is just, I really like all the stuff that they've added to this build, or not build, but added to this new league. I like the Veil. I haven't played the Veil, like I said earlier, but I like it. I like the idea. I like a lot of stuff going on. The more I play into this, the more I play this league, the more I go into this league, the more I'm gonna be able to give more opinions on things. But since I'm so early in the game, and since I'm so slow with league starts, it'll take me some time before I actually can, you know, conform a, you know, an opinion on the league. But with what I've seen and what I've been given and being able to use, I love the talismans. I like how the talismans are like a pseudo two-hander, in a sense where it's like you can't equip another weapon or your offhand. You can't equip an offhand. But, you know, I like the ideas. I like what GGG did with this class. Class is good so far. Really nice. Making a build with this one is going to be fun, because it gives the challenge on, like, how do I want to go about this. It's like a life, shield, and and armor are all stacking into this one character. It's not like it's not like, you know, Witch where you're either shield or life. It's not like Warrior where you're life, mainly life armor. You can't plop in shield if you derive off the path. It's like the other builds have this. This is like 3 different defenses stacking in so close into the tree, which will give an interesting take on what route you want to go, and that's what I like about it. But you know, that's still what I like about it. It's giving it a challenge to how you want to build it. But anyways, give me your comments down below on what you think about this league and what's your opinions on some of the new stuff they added, and how did your league start go. Definitely like to hear your opinions and your comments in the comment section below. But yeah, peace out, see you guys later, and make sure you like, subscribe, hit that bell notification so you never miss on a video, and make sure we comment down below. Peace out.